I love Oblivion. One of my favorite games of all time. I've actually been doing a run through of it on my own time, not as a Let's Play. I do have a Let's Play channel down there in the description. Check it out. I play old games. But I've been keeping up with the Oblivion leaks for a while. And I've known it was real for a while. I knew in my heart that it had to be real. There's no way they're not doing this. There's too much information about it. And then it got leaked again. And I think it's real this time, guys. I think it's actually coming. And it's not remastered. It's a remake, but they're calling it a remastered. Whatever, man. I'm probably gonna buy this. Even if it's full price. I hope it's not full price.
Over the past couple of months, we have heard a lot of rumors circulating about a potential Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered Edition's release at the end of spring or early summer, but now it looks like it's actually happening. I have a few different things to show off.
I keep hearing April. And it's still April. April's like halfway over. Are we getting this game in April?
But before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams.
I've got her channel linked in the description and this video.
And consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I was always extremely skeptical about these rumors because they would say, oh, tomorrow it's releasing, oh, next week it's releasing, in the next couple of months it's launching, and you would think that this would have a giant marketing campaign behind it because it's Elder Scrolls, and the only Elder Scrolls product we've been getting is Skyrim Edition 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Well, they don't want this to overtake all the hype for their upcoming games like Elder Scrolls 6. And whatever game they have coming out besides, I don't think they have anything else coming out except for Elder Scrolls 6. I think that's the next thing. And they want this game to be kind of like Elder Scrolls Online, where some people will like it, but it'll have its audience, but most people are not going to be into it. They don't want to oversell it, because it's going to make them look bad. Yet another developer doing their games better than they do.
I love Skyrim, and I love Elder Scrolls, don't get me wrong, but we have been waiting for news about Elder Scrolls 6, and it looks like they're trying to hold us over even longer, because now the Oblivion remake.
I hope they realize with all of this that they should not be making an Elder Scrolls Skyrim 2, or a Fallout 4 version of Elder Scrolls, or a Starfield version of Elder Scrolls. They need to make an Oblivion 2. I don't think that's what we're gonna get. I think we're going to get a medieval Starfield.
Remastered edition has actually been leaked online by the developer themselves, Virtuous, and it seems that it's releasing in the next week or two. So again, take everything with a grain of salt. This hasn't been officially announced, though, with the amount of information that we've gotten, plus the fact that it was on Virtuous's website.
Didn't it get leaked from one of the developers on the developer team?
It seems all but confirmed. So it says Oblivion Remastered images appear to have surfaced in Virtuous Studios' website, improved archery, implementing hit reactions, new HUD, blocking feature like a Souls-like game, highlighter, sneak icons, stamina upgrades, launching later this month. So it seems that they are focused a lot on quality of life additions, though when you actually start looking at the images side by side for this,
I think this is going to look better than Elder Scrolls 6. I think because they're still going to be using the creation engine. They're using the same kit that Starfield did, yeah? This is 100% going to look better. How are they going to beat their own game that's just a remake of an older game that they made?
2006 release versus this 2025 release, there are quite a few differences. Now, there have been some people who love the look of this, and there are some people who already think that this is pretty controversial and dislike the.
I don't care. If it's good, it's good. If I don't like it, I've got Oblivion 1 and I'll just refund the game.
Look of it. Now, the graphical level itself looks phenomenal. There are so many details and so many different textures. I think that part of it looks amazing, but
it looks like what Avowed should have looked like. Does it not? This is really what I wanted Avowed to be like, is just Oblivion remastered. This is gonna destroy that game. I cannot wait for people to talk about that. About how much better the Oblivion Remastered is than Avowed. And it's a remake of an old game. Pretty much one for one, just in a new engine.
I would agree that the color scheme is way off. Unfortunately, this is a problem in a lot of modern games now. They are either totally oversaturated or it's one shade of brown. And unfortunately,
Yeah, it's like the opposite of Avowed, which you can fix that. I'm sure that they're gonna allow mods. Even if they don't allow it, it's gonna happen. It's in the Unreal Engine. We'll be able to tweak the settings at how everything looks a little bit. It's easier to make things toned up than it is to tone them down.
as we can see here, it feels a lot less whimsical, in my opinion, because the OG had all of these bright blues and greens and some of these more muted reds that just looked so very pretty. And then on the right with the new edition, it just kind of looks like Avowed. It kind of has this weird, almost burnt sienna or brown filter over it. I'm not
Yeah, I can see that, where you can make the comparison there. But they didn't turn up the saturation and use the weird teals and purples and pinks.
a big fan of that, and I know a lot of other people are already agreeing in comments and in threads. There's already a lot of memes circulating the internet about this. Like, here is one updated for 2025. On the left is the original. It's beautiful, it's bright, it's colorful. And then on the right, you have this god awful filter over it. Now, I understand that not every single thing is going to look exactly the same in a remake or a remaster, but it still has to capture the essence of the original.
This isn't really a big deal for me. I'm not really, because it's gonna be easy to change. What I'm worried about is if they're gonna change some characters, some of the way the quest lines are, what you do. What are they gonna add? What are they gonna add in it that's new? What are they taking out? What's the monetization gonna be like? Are they gonna sell us mods? How are they pricing the DLC? Are they gonna add any new DLC? These are the things that I'm wondering.
And while a lot of like the structures still look similar, I feel like this filter or this color kind of scheme is going to bother a lot of people. Here's another thread about it. So it looks like the Oblivion remake slash remaster is dropping in the very near future, as images have now leaked online. I gotta say, the original looks better. Not a fan of all the muted brown color palettes. I need something green in there.
You can definitely make the original look better than the remastered if you use mods. And it's probably going to be more charming. But the gameplay is in the original is hard to get over because it's kind of dated. I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But if they made a game that's new today with those kinds of mechanics, the way it looks and feels, it would not go over well, I don't think.
Hope this isn't the way that everything looks. And some of these images do look really freaking good. It looks like a full-blown remake in a lot of places and in a lot of these screenshots. But I do still have a lot of questions, like a lot of people. And also, we do see the leaked deluxe edition or the kind of release editions of this game, which has also brought a lot of people a lot of joy.
I'm gonna wait probably a week to see what people say, who I like, what they say about this game, if it's good or not, what are the problems. Because I already know everything pretty much there is to know about the original, so it's not gonna be spoiling me on anything. If it's great, I'm gonna do a run through of it. I'm gonna check everything out myself. Might even do a Let's Play series. We'll see.
Because it is very meme worthy, given they put things like the horse armor in there. Now, because these were pulled off of the webpage, they're not super high quality, but you can see clear as day that there is a horse armor there. It looks like there's going to be maybe some kind of like character slot, some weapons, some armor for the deluxe edition. And I'm sure that whenever it comes out, according to these reports, it is going to be in the next week or two.
That would be insane if they just shadow dropped it on us like that. I hope it happens this way. I hope this is how games get announced going forward. Just, hey, game's done, here you go, it's out, buy it. Instead of generating hype for 2 years, have everybody arguing about whether or not it's good. Just drop it and let everybody figure it out themselves. You know, I hate Bethesda. Bethesda's a garbage company, but out of all of the garbage companies, I'd say they're the best ones.
that this will sell very well. A lot of people love Oblivion. A lot of people have been feeling that Elder Scrolls itch, and I hope that this turns out good. Now, if you don't know who Virtuous is, they are an assistant game development studio. Primarily, they are a video game development company headquartered in Singapore, and they often work as an external developer for other companies. Now, I can't get into like every single game they've worked on, but
It's a lot. They've worked on a lot of games. A lot of games that I like, a lot of games that I don't really like.
as of January, they actually acquired Pipeworks Studio. I had talked about that, but they've done things like Hogwarts Legacy ports, Horizon Forbidden West, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Oh yeah, we absolutely love that
The Dying Light Platinum Edition.
game, you guys. Mortal Kombat 1, the Callisto Protocol, PUBG, Nier Automata,
The Destroy All Humans remake.
Lord of the Rings, the card game, LA Noire, The Outer Worlds, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Bioshock, Astral Chain, Assassin's Creed Liberation, the Ezio Collection, multiple Final Fantasy games.
Horizon Zero Dawn. I like that game a lot, actually. They kind of, Sony markets it too heavily, but I really like that game a lot. I haven't played the second one.
Fable Anniversary. And if you scroll down to the more recent ones, you've got things like Cyberpunk 2077. So there are definitely a lot of games that they have worked on, and most notably now is
Dora the Explorer? Bro, Oblivion Remastered is going to be 10 out of 10.
going to be Oblivion Remastered. And while, yes, there are some criticisms being levied towards it, there are a lot of people who, of course, are very excited for this. Nostalgia is definitely going to win out in the end. There's a lot of people saying there's no way Bethesda's making a remaster for Oblivion. There's just no way. A lot of people still not believing it, and I kind of agree. Until we actually have it released or an official announcement, it's kind of hard to believe.
I really hope it's complete. I hope that they don't release it and be like, well, we didn't put everything in it. We didn't have time to finish it. We're going to be rolling out some updates to actually finish it. Kind of like Baldur's Gate 3 a little bit, or Cyberpunk. I could see it just coming out a broken, bloody mess, and they're going to have to patch the hell out of it. I hope it doesn't release a disaster, and that's why they're shadow dropping it, because they know it's going to be broken. And no review copies and all that. What's wrong with your game?
But on the flip side, they did put it on their own website, so like there's really no room for doubt anymore. If this doesn't end up being a horribly unoptimized mess, it'll be peak. I'm still looking forward to Sky Oblivion more, though. This is also a big worry. If it is unoptimized, that will be a major problem. The rumor is that it's built in Unreal
Unoptimized and incomplete. If they leave things out of it that they plan to put in it, or just straight up leave things out of it.
Engine 5, and it's a Bethesda game, so I would go out on a limb and say it probably will be an unoptimized pile of trash.
And it's on the Unreal Engine, so you know how it is with the Unreal Engine. It's not their fault, it's just the lazy game developers' fault.
Of course, Bethesda loves to rely on modders, though, and modders are absolutely amazing. Modders make some games playable when they otherwise are not.
Modders are making Sky Oblivion, which might end up being better. I might enjoy that more if I don't like the gameplay and the feel and the vibe of the new Oblivion. I'll just go and play Sky Oblivion, which I'll probably play anyway. I would be totally down for Oblivion in the Skyrim world with the Skyrim mechanics and feel of everything. And you could probably make it look even better with texture mods and graphical mods and things than the Unreal Engine version. Or at least different.
Though, it's still not acceptable to be selling a game and it be unoptimized.
Especially if it's full price.
Physical edition leaked, by the way. We're so back Oblivion Bros, horse armor and all. It's only a couple of screenshots, but not a big fan of them moving away from the lush green forest vibes. Every other 360 game at the time had a brown or yellow filter applied to it, and Oblivion was a protest against that, the volumetric fall.
I hope that the DLC is included as the full package, and they're not going to sell us the DLC separately. With all the DLC and the full game and everything, I could see this game being full price $70. I hope that it's not full price $70 and then $30 for the DLC, or full price $70 and then there just isn't any DLC on launch. That'd be the worst case scenario, and then they sell it for $30 later. they roll it out slowly. Who knows? Who knows really at this point?
Fog takes the sunlight color and makes it look brown. Maybe it's dusk or evening in the image or something. But there are a lot of people also saying, you know, this absolutely looks amazing. I can't wait for this to release. Are these real? Please be real. But we do still want information on Elder Scrolls 6, so I'll for sure be keeping my eye on this over the next couple of days. I'm sure that they are going to officially announce it now that there are like legitimate images that have been posted and leaked online.
I hope they don't officially announce it. I hope they straight up just like, well, here it is.
And everybody is talking about this now. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.
Is it real? Is Oblivion real? The remastered real? Even if it's not, then I guess I'm waiting for Sky Oblivion. And while I wait for Sky Oblivion, I might as well just play the original Oblivion. I'll wait a couple weeks before I start playing it again. I don't want to burn myself out. Or do I? Do I want to burn myself out on Oblivion and then go into the remastered? Because then I'd really know how to compare it. But I might be bored of it by then. I'm going to give it a wait. Please don't be broken. I've got a merch store down in the description if you want to buy a t-shirt. My designs, they're cool and glitchy and weird. I'm out!